Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel for another collab with Miles. Sticking on the character options theme that we've been doing for this latest batch. This time we're going to be talking about the packaging, various bits and pieces that I've kept over the years.
Very
cardboard
nostalgic.
and plastic. So we're going to begin with this folder here, which contains stuff like this. Oh, that's the
you got the Comic Con
exclusive.
So yeah,
one
the
from
shiny stickers, didn't they?
the Ninth Doctor there. Yeah.
And then that was the variants kind of wave
Oh, there's a Gelf on there.
in the girl.
Because all these were 2008 onwards, weren't they? These ones, and then before that it was like
So what have we got here? What
these
waves
ones,
are these?
which have lovely.
You've kept that
Well,
better
than yours.
I've brought one of mine.
Yeah.
That's the condition of mine. I was obviously so keen to rip mine open. I don't think I've got barely any that have still kept the original.
It was always a massive challenge though. I mean, there are people that have done it in quite a skilled way. Have you seen before where like there are people that have made customs, and I don't know how they've done it, but somehow, or they've taken the clamshell thing off and then put it back on.
I learned a trick for some of them is like, you score down on the bottom of the packaging. If you don't want to rip it open at all, you just score the bottom with a penknife and you make a little flap to open and slide out the tray. So I started doing that for a few and then I just gave up. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to bother again. So what wave is this? So that's like
got two here from Series 1.
So I've got that one. That one's one of the ones I've got at home. I've got two Series 1 backing cards. So there's this one, which I must have got with a Cigarettes Warrior. That's a wave with... For some reason, the Mox of Balhoun got released again.
Yeah, in the Series 1 packaging.
But I realised, I was looking through, because, like Doctor Who fans, we're all sad souls, so we keep as much of these things as possible. But I was looking through mine, and I realised that this one here has got little ticks on it. So I must have kept these as like a little checklist. So I managed to get all of these: the Mox of Balhoun, Space Pig, Auton Twin Pack, Dalek Mutant Reveal. I'm guessing that's what it was. It was the Mutant Reveal Dalek that this one came from.
But that reminds me of one thing. I don't know where on earth it's gone. I've looked everywhere. There's like a story so far post they made. It was blue.
Yes,
and it was for the first couple of years of releases. And
I remember that going round.
Yeah, I had one of those. And
where it came from, I have no idea.
Maybe it was from that 10-figure set.
That's a good shout.
Perhaps,
maybe
like one of the big boxes.
Possibly, yeah.
Something like that.
There's something weirdly thrilling though about holding these cardboard things. It really brings back those weird memories of seeing these in shops, and you have the full packaging. And it was very
good. It was very eye-catching, wasn't
it? Yeah, sizing wise, it's perfect, and you can wrap it up. And you remember seeing presents wrapped in this kind of shape, and it's like, oh, I know what that is. That's something we've got to touch on as well, I suppose. Is the colours, because when you think of a certain series of Doctor Who, from the new series at least now, those colours are so intrinsically linked with
the first four, definitely.
It's like Series 1, red, Series 2, blue, Series 3, green. Series 4 is so purple, it's just like, even the series itself. These were the...
This big clump here is all the... I don't even know what you'd call them, to be honest. They were the bits that came at the front of the packaging.
Little identifiers.
And they're in sort of order, I think. So they're like the bigger ones.
So that's what they started off as. I've got like a photo. I've got a photo album with these slotted in where the pictures go.
I need to do something like that, because at the moment they're just.
But they were a nice way to keep stuff without keeping the cumbersome packaging.
Yes, which was always nice.
But my favourite of those was definitely the Cyberman way, because it's got like the episode it came from, the name, and it's got a great little picture. They are so cool, big, like that invasion one.
Hexagonal shape,
Because a lot of these were like photoshopped in some. Because there was like the Fifth Doctor Regeneration one is like a picture of Tom Baker with the Fifth Doctor's head stuck on the front.
Look at that.
You can see it by the angle of his head. It's kind of like it's sat on his body quite wrong. But there's it's a picture of Tom with Nyssa and Tegan on the side, and I like how they had the episodes underneath. It's
for the classic ones, that was really good, wasn't it?
And all the Doctors kind of bubble as well.
In fact, perhaps while we're on that classics theme, the classic
see how it evolved.
backing cards, So the earliest ones here are probably
whatever's got the K1 robot on the back of it.
Oh, there's
that first shot in it. There he is.
I always loved that, how they had that list of like the years for each Doctor. That was really good, wasn't it?
They had they continue that on
7th Doctor 87 to 90.
Yeah. K1 robot.
Then, K1 robot there. Just skimming through this one, I can't see anything. But the one for the Vespiform, when we get to that, has a really weird right up. But these are always so eye-catching, like the orange and blue of the classic.
Again,
orange.
it became synonymous with the
Mhm.
classics.
We've got
In
the
fact, I
kind of
think,
little
you know, the
ones there.
DVDs, the DVD range, was going to be redesigned to fit this style guide.
Oh, that rings a bell.
There's
yeah.
a picture that
But-
Clayton Hickman
yes.
released of,
Yeah,
I think it was
yeah.
The Invisible Enemy, and it's in this kind of colour
Uh-huh.
scheme, which is so nostalgic.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Sideman ones there.
Mm. Again,
They're really-
another lovely
They're
packaging
gorgeous,
series.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shiny and with the Cyberman logo on it. And then,
Yeah.
so those were kind of 2013, weren't they?
Yes, they started
Sort
with
of
the
time.
normal
Sort of
logo, and
2011.
then they added the Howl Around version
Ah, there.
later on. Yeah, I love how on the Ace backing card, when we get to that,
Mm.
it's got the Ninth Doctor poking on the end of all the Doctor's dates.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
like
it's Doctor
slowly
poking
creeping
along.
in.
Oh, that was a good design. That was the design for other stuff as well. So we'll get to like the boxes, but there were things like the Three Doctors set, the Demons, the other
Axos.
one, Axos one, and all the Toys R Us Dalek sets as well.
Yeah, which is lovely packaging. I don't keep many proper boxes now. Like I recently threw away my Revelation of the Daleks one because I was just like, this is taking up so much space.
It's
I'm
a
gonna get rid of
massive.
it.
It's the biggest one I've got.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
Let's put it-
I still kept, because I can use them for storage.
Uh-huh.
The Toys R Us ones,
Yeah.
and the Resurrection of the Daleks one is lovely because it's got the backing of the setting. They were really nicely
Yeah.
done, those, and I like how they brought that back for the
Yeah.
history of the Daleks
And
ones.
they're a great size. I was just saying to you, wasn't I, before, how
You've got them
the
propped
whole
up.
of the shelf.
Yeah,
You've
is
got them
those,
along
yeah.
the back. Those
They're
Dalek,
perfect.
Dalek packs.
Mm.
Probably the best size boxes.
And then do you remember the Dalek
Yeah. It's got one
sound
of
effects
those.
ones? They're like in the shape of a Dalek head.
That's right, isn't it? Like with the bumps there, and kind of like the progenitor design there, and obviously more kind of Matt Smith era sort of graphics on that one. But yeah, perhaps just skim through some of those other RCD era ones.
Series 2.
Series 2, nice and blue. Slightly different shades of blue actually, wasn't it? That was for the earlier ones.
Yeah, yeah. All these different waves are bringing back the memories of, you know, what was in each one.
Uh-huh.
I remember that wave very distinctly of like these ones all coming out together. Because I remember getting the Doctor with his thing.
Yeah, it was Ghost Gear.
Mm.
I've just realised as well that kind of like TARDIS graphics that are a bit like that with the
Maybe.
with curves and stuff. And that pattern there, I saw that recently on that Alien Armies stuff I had. It's like a hexagonal thing where it's
Oh,
like
right. That reminds me of the Doctor Who files.
yeah.
You know, that
There
kind
must
of-
be quite a lot of thought that went into these things that we just never really realised.
It
But
was
yeah,
all the style guide, I suppose.
Star Guide,
Mm.
yeah.
Which
Can't
must have
find
gone
checks,
out the
obviously.
window when it came to the Capaldi era because everything was so. Well, in fact, I'd say
So
more the
different
50th
to each
anniversary
other.
because there was about 10 different logos they had for the 50th
Yeah,
anniversary, wasn't there?
It was like all the classic diamond stuff, wasn't there? And
Mm.
then new stuff.
The green of the series
Green.
3, beautiful.
On the back of here.
And again, more
Mm.
memories of these waves. Laszlo appearing on, I think, every single one of
Every
those.
single. Oh, yeah.
And the Scarecrow
Yeah.
always looked like a different variant, but it was just the colour of the prototype, I suppose.
Yeah, that's the thing, because some of these have got slightly different images on, aren't they?
Yeah,
for-
there's the
for
unpainted, well, it's
prototypes.
the painted prototype with no articulation of the master,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's always very strange. I think I might have said earlier in another video about how there's barely any like information about the waves for back then, like the early ones, and like
So it's hard to
interesting-
keep track
to
of-
keep track of like
Yeah.
which ones. were
Whereas when it
released
comes to
together.
like Series 6, it was
Uh-huh.
like Wave 1B AC or Wave
even that was
Wave
just
4D. Or it was like
yeah. Oh, here's this Vesperform backing card. An insectivorous, insectivorous alien. I mean, imagine reading that word as a child. From the Silfrax galaxy. A Vesperform arrived in India in the 1880s and transmogrified itself into a human male.
Gosh, I've never actually
It's
read
heavy
this
stuff.
before.
Grammar's not too great either, but I can't even look at it again now. I always love those images as well of like how they
How to build it.
Yeah, the build-a-figure ones, how they like fit together.
Well, especially like the cyber controller one, sorry, which is just like, yes, the arm does go there.
If you never bought the other figures, that was like your only exposure to like
Of
how it fits together and what they were.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I think in
that's
terms
fine.
of those, there was that wave first, wasn't there, for series
Yes,
4?
because it's interesting the Doctor's not got his glasses there.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Dr. Donna, Ood, Paraval, Sontaran. When I was looking through these the other day, there's like a thing. You see there, it was like W1,
Yeah.
and then W2, W3.
Oh, maybe
I wonder
that's the
whether
wave.
to do it.
That's
But then-
a good shout.
I don't know, to be honest. Who knows?
Whether they were
LDR,
on that.
let us know.
We should get out on an interview with him about everything.
That'd be nice.
Everything toy related.
Just send in this as our like CV.
Now this, I brought one of these, but I realised you would have them
very
already.
nice. Yes.
So they had like a distinct thing during this era. Every bit of packaging, they decided to go for the same motif, so they redesigned it from the coloured based things. I remember seeing an advertisement for that wave in the Doctor Who Adventures magazine. I think that was the first I heard of it, and it was like these 4 unarticulated figures, aside from the David Tennant. Obviously, the Matt Smith one is just photoshopped onto a normal David Tennant.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember seeing those prototypes, and then they used the same style guide for the Journal of Impossible Things set. They did the Sonic Screwdriver.
The re-release.
The Tennant one, and then also for those little mini micro figures, they did a build a wave of the Master.
Oh, the Time Squad ones.
If you've got any of them,
I don't have any from that era. I've got some of the newer ones.
But, they're over there. Yeah. But yeah, they did a mini wave of that collect and build of the Master, and it's like a mini version of that packaging. I should have brought them along actually, but I remember I collected the whole of that wave because they were so cheap to get. And again, another one of those things that I didn't find out on the internet. I saw it in the shops, and I was like, "What is this?" I'll buy more.
It's weird to think that those were like knocking about at the start of 2010. Like 3 months to go until
they were like the overhang.
And then you get Series 5
and they had a whole brand new design
nice
packaging,
character images thing. In fact, I was reading, it might have been on the Doctor Who Toys forum that I mentioned earlier from Al Duar. Someone had asked why there aren't any photos on the packaging anymore like that, and apparently it costs more in royalties, and that's the reason.
Wow.
For them just being text like
this,
that
on
the boxes
sense.
As well, the B&M stuff. But yeah, they're nowhere as near as exciting those, are they? But hey,
there's still nostalgia brimming.
I don't have the early Series 5
I do. I have that one, and I should have brought
I've got
that
a couple of the later ones.
Yeah, with the progenitor Dalek there.
Oh, there you see as well, like Wave 1F, I think, and Wave 1G. And the nice Dalek and Doctor one there.
I didn't remember. Got that one as well.
Oh, we're not going through the crash shot ones.
Gosh, that packaging! I love that set. Series 6 ones now, isn't it?
Yeah. Here we go. Now,
the flesh.
With the flesh.
And flesh masks as well. Because as we know, the Cybermen turned flesh in those episodes, didn't they? And as did Idris and all that jazz.
I always thought that image was really weird. Where it just looks. That doesn't even look like the stuff you get.
No,
does it?
But the thing is, I found it really bizarre how they didn't just go for something like silly putty or something that's not
something a bit more
one piece, like together. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, not as gooey.
Yeah, right, and sticky.
Stiff.
Silly putty is something a bit more like just like a squishy ball almost. That would make more sense to me than. But I guess that's cheaper just to. I mean, that's probably just melted plastic. I dread
to think what it is. I dread to think.
Yeah, I dread to think.
Yeah, so those ones say 2C and 2D. I'm noticing this more. That's incredibly nerdy. And a lot of those are just the same figures repeated.
I mean, that is just given the Series 6 figures in a nutshell, right? It's just the same figures. So now the 13th Doctor sort of had a weird, again, a bit like the Crash set, how the merchandise had almost like a midpoint before it properly got rebranded. So compare those two.
Because everything there was like blue and orange again, wasn't it?
I'm so glad they've changed it because that is disgusting. It just doesn't look nice.
And then
that looks so much
much
nicer
with a nice dark blue and kind of silvery colour.
And then we go on the back there, the new US exclusive. Are you going to get that, Richard?
I've been umming and ahhing, and I don't know. I can't quite bring myself to do it yet.
I reckon
£28.
Yeah, if it comes down in price, do you reckon you'll? I mean, as in,
I might do it eventually.
Surely it will.
If I get bored.
And no, actually, I was going to say surely it will come over here, but then again, I mean, Al Duar said it's a US exclusive.
You never know.
I
Someone else could get them a couple of years down the line, I suppose. A load of old stock or something like the Underground Toys stuff. But so that's them, and that's how the character things are now. With the TARDIS door on, and it's varying sizes. Some of them are thicker than others.
Oh yeah, because I guess the Dalek one would be
Daleks,
yeah. So what have we got here? Ooh. Goodness me. So this is the. Can I have a look at this? Because I don't think I've ever.
Put these on my lap and then There's
So
a lot
now,
of stuff here.
I love how this time of the Doctor set was like a mini version of the the big 11 Doctors set, and it was very nicely done. To be fair, didn't they do a Sherlock figure?
They did.
Like this, exactly the same. It's just 221B instead. Yeah,
much exactly the same.
So that is nice.
That's kind of the one box. Claps down a lot of the other stuff, including the collector's series ones. But that's the one kind of box that I want to keep. Yeah.
See, I've got box-wise. I've kept a collector's series one, and I've kept the Missy one because I knew the box was the exclusive thing about that.
I've still got those.
So I've got that intact, and with the vacuum form thing inside it as well.
This is weird as well. I was looking at this the other day, and how the bio ends with her saying about her and the Doctor always forever ending up alone.
Ooh, a bit dark for.
Weird.
I just saw as well on one of those these figures that had the underground toys things stuff
right.
over the top.
So you'd have those black.
Because those must have been the ones that were in Toys R Us or something.
There, yeah. That was a really weird time when it was.
I mean, I guess they were running out of money and they thought we just can't even afford to print, new boxes. Oh, you kept the Voyage of the Damned box as well. That was lovely.
Well, lovely.
Again, so nice.
And
your host. You've kept your host in really good nick.
Well, I only got them a lot more recently.
Oh, did you? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Maybe I could find myself a new set just for nostalgia purposes.
They go for about £20.
And it's so weird how he's in his tux and yet in the set.
In the set he's not, yeah.
It'd be lovely if they re-released that with him in the tux instead.
Yeah.
I'd get that.
That's that one. Dalek Collector Set 2 there.
I've got the first
This was the one I was talking about earlier, so it's a bit damaged because I think the plastic box was a bit damaged. It might have even had a hole in it, to be honest, but I saw it in B&M and it was reduced and I just thought...
Did you not have the set beforehand?
No.
Wow.
No. I've got the Fires of Pompeii.
Who we have met the Roman soldier figure.
Yes.
Well,
he's not on the packaging, unfortunately. No. Where's the image inside? That's quite a nice one.
Yeah, that was lovely. The War Doctor one as well. I have a feeling I kept a lot of these because they were like the anniversary range. And they did like a shiny... Because I kept the War Doctor Sonic Screwdriver in its box.
Yes.
And
well, for a long time I had the plastic box for that, but it was really glossy and I just thought I'm going to let it go.
You get that very well though. Nice and
I love the image of the moment inside.
And there we got the Revelation of the Daleks set as well.
So this is the
like
monster.
I said, I decided just to go and bin it because it was
massive.
Huge.
It's too wide to fit in the box with the others, and it just has to kind of do its own thing.
Had a lovely backdrop in it though.
Yes, which probably further down here.
I always thought
Revelation
on the side of the box here. That would have made a lovely coaster. That picture.
Oh yeah, I've dabbled.
Curator set.
Curator.
Lovely Tom Baker there.
Yeah. In years to come, you might find yourself revisiting a few of just the old favourites.
But just the old favourites.
Curator.
Not Sylvester McCoy. No one wants him.
And I reckon actually, because if you've been following the thread running through this video, Mechanist Daleks, which will hopefully be arriving in the post soon.
Come on! Where are you?
I reckon this is probably a similar size. It's bigger than the history sets, I think.
Is it?
The box. Because this had like a diorama with like a diagonal edge there. And I'm pretty sure that's what the Dalek one is like. Because they're both facing forwards.
Maybe.
But we'll see anyway.
It remains to be seen.
It does.
Fourth Doctor starting to get the B&M
sets here. The monsters and Fourth Doctor.
They seem so much bigger now that when you flatten them down.
They do, don't they? Actually,
They always seem. But then again, they have gone smaller now, haven't they?
They've really shrunk down. Yeah.
And it's a lot nicer that size, isn't it? That's
a lot more compact, isn't it? Yeah. Like you look back at these ones now, and there's a lot of wasted space in some of those boxes. Third Doctor there.
Oh, you got the diorama from the Curator set.
The Curator one.
As well.
Yeah.
That was a good idea. So it was like this, wasn't it?
They're always good ideas, these dioramas, but I always find like, in terms of like practicality, they're not great for displaying, are they?
Yeah, and they've always got the holes.
They've always got holes in and like, tape, and it's like.
I mean, I guess if you left the painting hung up, that would be okay.
For stun the box.
But yeah, isn't it funny how I don't know whether they had a plan of doing more of this kind of stuff because that whole Pyramids of Mars set with the rocket. That never became a thing, did it? You know, the whole...
Well, like card dioramas.
Well, I say that. Time zone
3.75
play sets would beg
inch.
to differ. But yeah, I thought they'd do more of that for 5-inch, you know, like packaging that became, you know, set. Oh, what's that one?
Yeah,
The
that's
TARDIS?
from. Yeah, I found that recently. That is the flight control
No.
TARDIS from
Wow.
2010.
I would have thought it would have had like Gallifreyan text.
No, that's it.
Wow. Oh, there we go.
Stars and space and stuff. The Impossible set there. Again, that's one that I had in it's fully assembled until quite recently and let it go.
It was a clever idea.
It's very nice, yeah.
Especially the Oswin one,
But
then it was hard to see
the eye,
how good condition she was in, given
Yeah.
how small that was.
Yeah, and the snowman there. That's one of the nicer ones.
What's this New Earth one?
That is from. It was a 3-pack. I got not recently, but more recently than.
Oh, did it have Cassandra and?
It was Cassandra. It was the Doctor and Rose. Yeah.
So these three.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's right.
Well, this is Legopolis. So
Legopolis.
Oh,
yeah.
that's the Fifth
a
Doctor.
bit more blurry, but yeah, the Fifth Doctor and Master's TARDIS.
Little Legopolitan, which you can't see.
Pharos Project.
This is a good guessing game of which is which. So wait, what the heck's that?
There might be a little clue up there.
Oh, it's Perry and Sill.
Perry and Sill.
Is it Al Juar who does these? Because he said something like when he was revealing the sets, he said designed by yours truly.
Easter eggs, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he's the one who we have to
Maybe
thank
so.
for these.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember this.
I always thought that was really weird. How there's like a photoshopped angel, that's not to do with the story, is it?
No. I wonder why they. Yeah, I wonder why they put that and not the statue of the Sixth Doctor that's in the story.
Yeah.
I know it's not inside, but anyway.
That'll make a good figure actually. That done right.
These again, because they sort of moved from the clamshell packaging to these little boxed sets, didn't they?
Yes.
And that was. I remember seeing these stacked up in Forbidden Planet.
Well, there were a few. There was that, and there was the Master and the TARDIS from Time Monster.
Calls of Axos set.
Yes, Master and Axon.
City of Death set.
Yeah.
It's the exact same size of this.
Good
And
for those.
I found the signed City of Death set.
Oh, right, that was the site. Oh, yeah, I suppose it would have been, wouldn't
And
it?
it had the wrong price sticker on, so I got the signed set for £10 cheaper than.
Ooh.
We're talking about that when we talk about our bargains, I suppose.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, no, that's lovely. I love those boxes. Nice little size, isn't it?
And then the box from that Castrolava one there.
Very weird set. Isn't
It is. Yeah.
So
The
obviously,
fact that they managed to get 2 releases out of...
that body.
Well, yeah, and out of, like, post-regeneration.
Yeah, Fifth Doctor, yeah.
It's bonkers.
I suppose they did the same for Matt Smith.
I guess, yeah.
Raggedy Doctor and
the
normal
regenerated
Superman.
one. Yeah. And those two are the Demons and
the...
Claws of Exos. And the Impossible set. That's a really, really nice one there with the
Dalek.
And then at the window from the attic room thing.
Oh yeah, it's the window. Yeah, I just realised that.
That's the window, isn't it, that they go out of?
I see.
It's very nice.
13th Doctor's TARDIS.
13th Doctor's TARDIS. When the first Doctor first touched the TARDIS console.
Wow, he goes
the
back
ship
that
was the
far?
most beautiful thing he'd ever known.
Did he?
Does she even get a mention on here? Oh, in the last paragraph, there's a mention.
Does it have sounds?
Yeah, you can pick it up and play with it if you want.
Oh, so it's got the button on the bottom. So I'm guessing it's the exact same mould
as the classic
as
ones.
the classic Sylvester McCoy one. Or...
The only thing is, it's very wibbly and wobbly on a flat surface, hence why there's a bit of glue stuck on it.
Oh, I see.
To balance it out.
There's no sounds when you open it.
No.
Oh, you've put an interior card in there. Very nice. Very lovely jubbly.
I'm going to have to sort them all out.
And now the revised sets, they went the extra mile and even put the different figures on the side, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right. So it's the revised 7th Doctor and Dalek set.
Yeah.
Wait, and it's mad that like big finish images like that can get onto B&M shelves.
Yeah.
It's bonkers. So they're the most recent ones.
You're all used to them by now.
Yeah. Seen them to death. And unit. 7th Doctor. Harry Sullivan.
So the size-wise was the same. Like, this was when
these
it
were
got
the
shrunk down.
2018 ones, weren't they?
I really, you know what? When I go to B&M tomorrow, if I see this 12th Doctor set, I'm gonna get it because I keep thinking I want a Bill figure. So, come my way. If anyone wants the Missy that comes with that, they can have it. Which looks like a drag act.
And then the 11th Doctor on there. And then
these are backing
loads of
friggin' hell.
Yeah. All those like
So that's what they had, yeah.
Used to be 6 of those. They're just all the same for the 3 packs.
Good for backing for a review.
Yeah.
Background.
Well, I once cut those ones out and they were like on my display, my figure display in the background.
Yeah.
But not anymore. Well, they were like the cogs and mashed for like the cogs and classic diamond stuff,
I like
wasn't
that.
it? Which is quite nice. The pure diamond ones there.
And this is the back of the 13th Doctor. It's got
Very
the
nice,
that's quite nice,
actually.
yeah. Good job.
Blue sky.
Demons, Devil's End, Church. That's very cool.
I love that one as well, the Claws of Axos one.
Oh, it's got the TARDIS in the
just
corner
like-
as well.
Yellow.
Oh, it's even got an axon on the side
Yeah.
with a bit of axonite. And what's this? What's this here then?
Yeah.
Is this a Dalek set?
That
Is this the Army of Ghosts?
Ghosts. Yeah.
Gosh, I've not seen this since 2007. That kind of the sphere room
Very nice that one,
backdrop.
actually, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, when I was that age, I probably would have just binned it
Yeah.
straight away. But yeah, no, big,
Yeah,
big
these
finishes.
that I'm definitely not planning to let go anytime soon.
Yeah. I mean, this was just so big that I just had no space for it. But it's incredible, and it's got all the unpainted prototypes on the back, which is just fascinating because I'd look at the back, and that's why everyone thought the Eccleston was a new head sculpt because he just looks so different. And then obviously you got Matt Smith who's got a quiff, and Tennant's got the original hair.
Yeah.
And McGann is literally just an unpainted.
Looks very weird.
It was amazing. This, and then obviously we got a blast from the past when we saw it again.
Yeah.
But and the doors. See, so that must cost them so much because of all these pictures.
For the images, yeah. That's the same as that TARDIS backdrop, isn't it? The purple.
Yes, it is. That
stars.
yes, yeah, you're right.
Oh, because these. Oh, I didn't say which episode.
No.
Did the 13th Doctor.
Look at Matt Smith. It's 2010. ...
Let's see that. Oh yeah.
Very nicely done. And then we had these. Lovely packaging. Lovely pictures on the back as well. In a different order. We open up the box, and then whoever's done the researching should be fired because the episodes on half of them are. So we got a picture of Third Doctor from from Day of the Daleks. Apparently the things from the Time Monster, and the figure's actually from 3 Doctors. Ridiculous. Same for the Peter Davison.
Oh,
I mean,
goodness me.
I guess it can be the Awakening, might not be.
Right, so let's have a look.
And the 12th Doctor's from Deep Breath, and yet it's a picture from Into the Dalek, and it's a figure from Time Heist.
No. Christopher Eccleston from Passing of the Ways, apparently.
Interesting how I saw on the last box it said David Tennant 2005 to 2010.
Oh yeah, that's not accurate, is it technically?
No. Oh, it's numbered as well. I didn't realise these were limited edition.
3, 4, 4, 6. Oh, because there are about 10,000 of them, maybe.
Is it slightly bigger?
Then, this one. There you go, yeah. Finishing off with those two.
Lovely.
So, I hope you've enjoyed that.
Bit of nostalgic kind of look back.
Looking at bits of card. Let us know your thoughts on the various packaging designs from over the years. Yeah, have you got anything interesting in your collection? Oh, Face of Bows coming out again. Bye. And yeah, stay tuned for one more video, a Q&A, which we're going to film right now. But you won't be seeing it right now.
Yeah.
So,
Bye.
Bye!